for news, interviews, reggae gospel reviews, and more around the world. It's the Godfather Show.
People, as you can hear already, it's Squidly Bashment representing for the whole of Wolverhampton and the West Midlands. And right now, I want to tell you it's all about Godfather and the Keep It Real show each and every Sunday. Scene. Check it out forward for all your news and all your reviews right here. Godfather, big it up and bless it up. Scene. All right, good.
So it is that time, 1 o'clock, and we're gonna get this little man on board. Of course, Squiggly Bashment, the ladies' favorites in the little dancehall field that he's in. And a big field he has taken up as well. And his name's been called around the world for the last couple of days. But no one actually heard him say anything much about how he felt and how his career in the sound system industry has developed over the years. And I'm sure for a fact he's got a lot to say. Enough respect. Sit back, relax, and listen to this man talk about himself right now. Stand by for this right now. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? Ready? All right.
Report to me. There's some questions you left to answer. Report to me. Disrespect ain't no laughing matter. Report to me. I'll be the judge, I'll be the jury. Report to me immediately. Pass by around this morning.
Stand by, my people. Stand by for the crucial interview with Squiggly Bashment. We call him right now. I tell you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Report to me. There's some questions you left to answer. Report to me. Disrespect ain't no laughing matter. Report to me. I'll be the judge, I'll be the jury. Report to me immediately. Passed by around this morning at 2:45, but you weren't there. No way to welcome me. I'm taking this matter seriously, so make sure you get in touch with me. After you read this note, then you know this ain't no joke. So report to me. There's some questions you left to answer. Report to me.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Hello, good afternoon.
You can hear me loud and clear, sir?
Yeah, man, you can hear me?
Yeah, man. Come a little bit more closer to your microphone, sir.
One second.
Yeah, man. Come closer. How you mean, brother? Yeah, man.
Hold on. Let me see if we can have some expensive Bluetooth.
I saw it go. Well, all right. Welcome to skylineradio.org.uk. Welcome to the Keep It Real Sunday Show, Squiggly. An honor and a privilege to have you here on a special occasion, Mother's Day.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing. And before we go no further, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you good, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, all the mothers, all the baby mothers, all the grandmothers, all the stepmothers, all the mothers them out there, big up and bless up, yeah? All right, because Mother's Day, and we have to, appreciate the Mother's Day.
Endorse that to the maximum. Enough respect. Well, all right, Squiggly, you're one of the most talked about sound MCs right now, not just in England, America, Canada, Europe, but probably around the world, as the sound system fraternity gets bigger, in junction with Irish and Chin, and also Valerie as well from the V-Rocket family. And, of course, the highlight of your experience was at the O2 Arena in Birmingham. But before we go down that road, we want to talk about the road that you started from in the beginning, because many people don't know of you. And let's.
Yeah.
That's
well, a lot of people heard about me, but they don't know me like that. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so we're going to go down that road from the beginning and let people know and the world know a bit about Squiggly Bashment. So, Squiggly, tell us, how did you start your industry and what music did you like at the time when you were young?
All right, so so let me start from, the beginning then. All right then, so the way how I found myself in the music, I was listening to music obviously from a young age. Obviously, when I was going to school, them time the late 80s, 90s, it was pure hip hop like NWA and Public Enemy and like Flavor Flav and all these guys. Hip hop was the thing,
All right.
And then as I got into the music now, it's like I was listening to the radio. Obviously, growing up in Wolverhampton, I was actually born in Birmingham. My mother is actually from Birmingham. I was born at Dudley Road Hospital in Birmingham, but I ended up living with my father here in Wolverhampton. Mm-hmm. So I was listening to the radio. So it was Skyline and it was Frontline Radio I was listening to, and then that was just overwhelmed. The reggae and the dance. Obviously, my father's a Jamaican, so I was always exposed to reggae music anyway, but I wasn't really interested when my father was playing reggae music. I never got interested in reggae music till say about 1990s. The early 1990s. I listened to the radio, guys like yourself, Frontline Radio, all the guys, all the top DJs, in Wolverhampton was definitely, it inspired me to a certain extent until I left school. And then when I left school now, and I started, venturing around the place, and I was going to youth clubs, and I was meeting all my people, and my family and my friends was, mostly Jamaicans, and I would just found myself in the Jamaican kind of side of things.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Any particular music that turned your mind to reggae at that time when you was that young? Anyway.
What do you mean, like any song in particular?
In particular, and so it sort of grasped you as a youngster leaving school and then going to all these youth clubs.
It was the radio station, man. It was the radio station. If I must be honest, it was the radio station, because them times we never had much more than the radio station, because we never had no YouTube and we never had no, TV or MTV really so frequent them days. You know what I mean? So it was definitely the radio station that gave me the most, encouragement to go to the music. It was just overwhelming, the music, and especially the DJs among Skyline and Frontline and other little radio stations and that. Because remember, we couldn't even depend on, some of the top Premiership radio stations, because they wasn't really playing no reggae music on the dancehall. Right. So it was definitely the pirate radio stations that inspired me to, you know what I mean?
So how did you get in? How did you get involved then? Who was you with at the time when you first started?
All right then. So good now. Left from school. In fact, to be honest, it was before I left school. I was going to youth club. So I was going to youth club and I was meeting guys like Fathead Judah. Fathead Judah, Motivate song. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was going to youth club was going to all the youth clubs then.
That was the one that was the one in Farmdale, wasn't it, at the time, at the Venture Playground?
Yeah. The one in Farmdale was the main youth club I used to go to. But we used to go to all the youth clubs, them, to be honest, like the one in Dungeon in Heathtown, Park Village, all of them, Low Hill, and we was all connected. You know what I mean? And that's how I got to, So like when I met Fathead Judah now Fathead. Obviously, you know him. I don't know if much people know Fathead. Fathead was a sound man himself. He had a sound named Motivate. Yeah, and Fathead used to do like all the carnivals and do all these things. Now because me now had a certain interest in the music now. Me used to work with Fathead more. So when Fathead had got carnival and certain dance and certain little thing, because Fathead used to keep like events at the youth club, like discos and parties. So like I had the interest in the music anyway. I don't know why, but I just had this dominant interest in the music. So
Okay.
I was buying my music anyway from them time. I was going to the record shop. I wasn't buying reggae music, but I was going record shop regular them time before I was leaving school. So when Fathead heard that, when he seen that I was collecting my music and this and that, he tried to he pushed me into the DJ world. Like, he pushed me into it, like, being a youth club manager and these things. And
so he gave you the encouragement to come along and play some tunes and be part of the youth of the generation. And he also noticed my little talent, because he was always calling me to say, come and play here, a little event here, and differently from the youth club, he'd always call me and say, yo, come, you want to show me this, and then he'd teach me, him take out him turntable and then make me just go and play, and just leave me and make me go and play. And to either sound now, him have him own the music. Me have my music them, but him give me all the free music them and just say, yo, just play, man. And I used to be there for hours just playing and playing and playing. So at that time, you just cut in there. So at that time, doing all that, you had to use a microphone, and that's where your skills came in.
No, not really. I wasn't really an MC at them times. There, I was just playing music.
Okay, you just.
I mean, I would say one and two things and that, but it was just playing. I was just playing music, and it was, we had those times. I had other people around me, like I had my friend, R.I.P. Yule. He was my MC. Like, if we was playing anywhere, because this story is long, Godfather. They all met into the story long, because when we was playing at the youth club, we developed a little team we called Youngstar.
Right.
And Youngstar was like a little sound group now.
Right.
Like, it was like three of us.
Okay.
It was like three of us. So it's a long story.
Well, even though it's a long story, we get to the chase right now. We're talking about your MC, because this is about your MC and how you became an MC and how you moved on from there to the open market in sound system. So let's talk about.
Right, let me see if we can run you through it quick and fast, then, because we don't really have no whole heap of time. So here we go on now, Godfather. So when I was playing with Motivate and we joined, because we was going to youth clubs and we was doing that thing. So we joined, we formed a little group named Youngstar. All right, so we was doing our thing and we was buying our records, and then Fathead was pushing us to get certain dances, certain youth club discos. We was playing there. And we was getting enough respect and enough encouragement from all the bigger heads and everything. So we kept on doing it, and then we linked up with another youth club where they was working with the radio station. Now, when the radio station guys approached us, now they said, yeah, they could do something with us on a Saturday morning. On the radio. So we ended up going on Frontline Radio. This was about 1991. Me and
your team.
Your
team.
Yeah, the team, Youngstar. Yeah, so we was, and then we playing, and I think that's where my MC skills started from the radio station. Cause them times when you're on the radio, you have to kind of have a little radio presenter kind of vibe kind of thing. It wasn't really like ragamuffin as it is now. You have to kind of have a little radio presenter kind of vibe, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's when I kind of got my skills as an MC, even though I still wasn't really looking at myself as an MC. I was a DJ. You know what I mean? So we was going through the motions and we was on Frontline, and then we got big. Some of the man them left. They never really, have the interest like how I still have the interest.
Mm. Right.
So we was doing that now, and then I ended up being approached by Kebra Negas now. These times in the early 90s, Kebra Negas then was one of the biggest in the country, as you know already. Hailing from Wolverhampton, you know what I mean? So
tell us more.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so R.I.P. to the Buzzard them. Big up Trevor, Barry Boswell, go on. Rest in peace, the whole Kebra Negas team.
So you was approached by Kebra based on your performance that they heard on the radio. So they were recruiting for MCs then.
No. I wouldn't say they were recruiting for MCs, but I knew one of the guys, which was Bangai. Big up Bangai. Bangai was the guy who said, "Yo, Squidly, like how you love the music, you should roll with Kebra." And at first, I said, well, I don't really know about Kebra, I don't really know none of the man them, but Bangai kind of bring me in. And so come to know me, Bullet and everybody, and Roger and both of them and everybody.
Okay.
So they accepted me because I was young and fresh, and obviously, me had enough interest in the music and everything. So yeah, we ended up on Kebra Negas. I wasn't really a main act in Kebra Negas, but I was always there, and get to play a couple of times with them. Well, enough time, MC'd to Kebra Negas all heap of times and thing. Even though I wasn't the main MC, but I got a lot of experience.
Okay.
A lot of experience.
So you became one of the team members as a warm-up person for the Kebra Negas, even though you wasn't the main.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay. Man, that's how it did go,
Okay,
I was around there.
Okay, so from Kebra Negas now, doing your thing as you said you was, and obviously Kebra wasn't around for a long time, but it was a good sound. It was a damn good sound. The potential was there.
Definitely.
But things happened and things didn't come together. But enough respect to the Kebra Negas family and all the Kebra Negas fans out there. So where did you go from there after that when things wasn't working right in Kebra?
All right. So after Kebra Negas never to work out, unfortunately, a great shame because, like how you said, Kebra was a big song with whole heap of potential.
A whole heap.
You know what I mean? But I just saw it go. Sometimes. Anyway, when that kind of mash up, me and Bullet did I start work together now. Me and Bullet take on the road, and me and Bullet have burned down the whole place. From yesterday to Birmingham to London, we have burned down the whole place, and we are going through, and we get and I think that was a lot. I got a lot of my experience and everything from Bullet movements also, because Bullet is well known around the country. You know what I mean? So me get to know enough of the sound man them and enough of the selector them from all around the country. So if you go Manchester, me know the man them. If you go Huddersfield, me know the man them. You know what I mean? So if this I kind of got, the real experience of sound and juggling and everything. And when I was on Bullet Movements, I was actually the MC. I wasn't even DJing on Bullet Movements. On Bullet Movements, I was the MC for Bullet Movements. You know what I mean? So it's there I got most of the MC experience from. You get me?
Okay. So from there also came another move as well. All right. So from Kebra to Bullet Movement. So obviously you've been in 3 different sound systems: Motivation, Kebra, and then also Bullet Movement. How did you get involved with Natural Affair?
All right, now. So I'm moving with Bullet Movement now. Hold on. You're missing part 8 now. Let me carry you through the stages now. So when I'm working with Bullet Movement and me and Bullet Movement catch up in argument, even though me and Bullet cool now, big up yourself, Bullet Movement anyway there, bless up and manners, yeah. But we left Bullet Movement. When I left Bullet Movement, Godfather, when I left Bullet Movement, I was doing my own thing as SQUIDLY BASHMENT. It was right there where SQUIDLY BASHMENT actually developed from when I left Bullet Movement. So when I left Bullet Movement, because when I was with Bullet, my name was just Squidly. So when I left Bullet Movement now, we formed SQUIDLY BASHMENT now. I said, well, we can't just name Squidly. I'm a bridging. Big up Carlos. Then Carlos said, yeah, man, SQUIDLY BASHMENT is your name, man. I said, yeah. Because them time everything was Bashment. So it sounded right, and it had a little twang to it. So I said, yeah, man, I'm going to run with SQUIDLY BASHMENT. And from this, them time there, I do my own thing, so I voice up my dub plate them and everything, and I represent myself. Them time I was one of the first to play certain dub plates, Bounty Killer dub plates, Busy Signal dub plates. I play all the and them time I spend my money and I buy my song them. So let
me stop you there. So you're doing all that, buying your dub plates. Who else was on the circuit at the time when you were doing all that then? Was there anybody in Wolverhampton else doing the same thing as you? As an individual?
Well, yeah, you had DJs like who can I say? I don't know. Maybe Phoenix was doing his thing. Hype was doing his thing. I'm not too sure about anybody buying dubs like how I was buying dubs, but I was on it. Like I was, me did out there. Every week me I buy dub plate. Them time there's SQUIDLY BASHMENT and Yule, R.I.P. Zuki. The man them used to just, you get me, flinging them little change and we just buy dub plate. You get me? And then, so when me I buy dub plate now, me dip on the road, And me have burned down the whole place now. At Squidly Bashment now. Like, be up on everything. Like, it was crazy. That little era there, so, this was about 2003, 2004,
Right.
2005.
Obviously we're talking about a different generation of youngsters now.
Yeah.
Where we as the elders now was sort of kind of hanging up our coats in them times of sound system in terms of the way that sound used to be.
Yeah.
So you was the new generation on the block, representing for Wolverhampton and around the country. So yourself.
Yeah. So let me tell you how it go now.
Go on in.
Let me hold on there first, father. Come on, because if me not talking, I forget it. So me need to get it in my head. You get me? Me need to remind myself where me did there. So here we go on now, Godfather. So when me I do my thing now, I Squidly Bashment and me I burn down the place and me I go London and right there and crazy man. Me I play with sounds like Stone Love. Me I headline songs like Bodyguard, Mataran, King Adis. With the Birmingham, I play alongside Injection, all the top, any top song that come out England, Squidly Bashment dip on the bill. As Squidly Bashment. It wasn't like Squidly Bashment and anybody else. I know it was Squidly Bashment. Most of the time we play alongside Stone Love, Mataran, you know, all these top names, everybody, you know, the host, all names, them, we play alongside them. More than once. You know what I mean? So when I was Squidly Bashment now, I was doing my thing and I was buying my dub plates then. I've always had that passion for the sound clash. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So when I was buying my dub plates, I was buying them in an order like I wasn't really buying them to represent myself, I was buying them to kill people.
Well, all right.
And then when me find me, so let me carry on. Godfather, because I don't want you to make me drift off from the conversation. So when me find myself, I buy these dub plates. I say, yo, but me I buy all these songs and spend all much amount of money on it. Me I try enter some little clash, which I did enter a handful of clash in Wolverhampton, win some of them, lose some of them, but we just love the competition anyway. It wasn't nothing to me. It's like me I buy them and then nobody don't want to clash no Godfather. It's like because like how you said now, there's not really many DJs like myself who was buying dub plates and clashing. You know what I mean? There was one and few in Birmingham like Ricky True, what him name there, Gangali, you know what I mean? One or two DJs in Birmingham who was willing to clash, but it never really happened and things. So what happened now is, to me, I spend my money upon dub plates and all these things now, Godfather. If I find myself, I can't clash nobody. And the only way I could clash is if I was a sound or if I joined the sound. So what happened is now.
So if you stop. So on that last sentence, is either your join a sound or whatever, was your approach or did you went looking to join somebody?
No, but I tell you now. So basically, this is where I was now. So I was still doing my thing, and I've always been doing my thing as Squidly Bashment. So I said to myself, you know what? Even as much as me have my dub plate, then I can represent myself, and I'm not if me join a song. See? So anyway, one night, I listened to One Extra. I'm listening to and they was interviewing this song from Telford named Natural Affairs, and. Natural Affairs was playing on, I think it was, them times it wasn't One Extra, it was BBC One. Was it One? Yeah. Anyway, it was on the radio, BBC One Extra, one of them. Anyway, Natural Affairs was playing and I was impressed. Like, cause, you know, they've come from Telford, which is not really far from Wolverhampton or nowhere. So, I mean, I say, yo, them man are really good. I mean, I say, well, how comes me not hear about that sound, yeah? Like, how come me not hear about them and them have so much nice songs and then play good and you know what I mean? You know, like I said, I'm a sound man, I'm a sound clash fan, so I'm always keeping up to date with the sound clashes and what's going on in the sound world, in the sound industry. You understand? So when me hear Natural Affairs now, I say, well, how come me not really to hear about the sound here? You know what I mean? So anyway, after them play on the radio and I was impressed with all them play, and we kind of researched them and we kind of reach out to them and we say, yo, me not lie. We talk to Junior P and we link him and we say, yo, brother, me not lie. Me like how, your song play and me like, you get me? Me like the whole Natural Affairs. And then they talk to me and we kind of start roll with them a little bit. Well, I never really joined the song. I was just rolling with them and watching what they was doing and their little events, what they're keeping in tell for them. You know, they entered a few clashes, but I seen that they needed somebody like myself to join the song. So I said to him, it wasn't like Junior P asked me. I said to him I wanted to join the song. Now, bear in mind, Godfather, at this time, he had a whole heap of sound in Wolverhampton, whole heap of sound about the place where me could have joined. But me deliberately never want to join none of these songs, because we just never really want to join none of these other songs. When we see Natural Affairs, we say, yeah, man, me feel as best me can fit in other song, if you understand what I'm saying, Godfather. You get me?
Okay.
Yeah, so comes we end up with Natural Affairs.
Right. So you're part of Natural Affair on the fact that you asked Junior P to join them after you've seen their performance or hearing their performance on the main radio.
I'm a want to listen to Junior P never say yes straight away, and say, yeah, I'm soon get back.
Well, at that point, you got in there. Even though he didn't say straight. Because obviously, if a man asks a question to somebody, he's going to give him some time to think about it. He ain't going to give you an answer straight away because he's got also other team members to talk to as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's all about the team. If the team don't get involved, you don't involve your team in anything you do, then you're going to struggle. So obviously,
that's how you do it.
That's how you do things. Right. So you're a part of Natural Affair. And you've been rolling with Natural Affair for quite some time in different places, in different clubs. Talk about Natural Affairs. Did you get involved in any clashes at the time with that sound?
All right, now. So and this is the truth, yeah? You see, when me joined Natural Affairs now, yeah, from this on, it was like we just kind of blew up. We went worldwide. Like, we went Germany, we entered some big clashes in Germany. We went London, we went Winner Takes All, we went New York. We clashed with some of the big songs in New York. We went on tour in a Grenada for 2 weeks, clashed some big world global clash.
Wow. Hang about. So you're telling me that you went to all these places?
You mean?
Wow.
This is what I'm saying.
Well, hold on there. This is why I said let's start from the beginning, because not many people know about your background and your history around Sound System.
All right. Let me show you a thing now, Godfather. You see, when we join Natural Affairs now, and we start lift up the whole place, we start tour now. See? Now, before we go no further, you see, sometime, even me, myself, don't even realize the achievements when we do, Godfather, because we just do it. You get what I say? The other day, when the clash with Soul Supreme, them and Love Injection, some man reach out to me and say, yo, Squidly, say, I feel rate because you go through the motions and you did up on some big dance and wait there. I say, yo, so me, and I like to me forget, but me don't realize, you understand? Because when we did join Natural Affairs now, like how I said to you, we do some tour, we go out Grenada, and when we fly go out Grenada, remember say it's all inclusive, like them pay for everything, They're in some big hotel. Yo, I'm tell you, see when we come after the airport, after the airplane, Godfather, and see the billboard them on the road, the big billboard them when you see McDonald's, you will say, the big sitting them. And my big ugly face and my big nose pan big billboard, and I say, Jesus Christ.
Let me ask you one. Hold on there. Stop.
When them pick me up.
No, stop. You stop there. You see, information like that is very important to me. See? Now, you say you got these big pictures of yourself on billboards. Did you take a picture of them?
Them about, me have them, yeah, them about, them documented, like these things are documented. All right, watch this. When them pick me up at the airport, at the first me ever going on one of them, them sitting there like a cruiser, like when you go up on them big coach, like when you go up on it now, it have a kitchen and bedroom and everything and bar and everything on the like a coach. And TV and everything, computer, big screen and everything. We go up on our TV. Them interview me on TV and I tell me what to say and tell me where to stand up and how to move and how to talk and how to breathe. I say, how about this? We go up on radio station. We go, yo, Godfather, and this me I try to say. Some people feel like me not do nothing in the business and
this is why I say it's very important to people to get to know a bit about your background. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Because that information there tells me obviously it was a good move at the time to move with National Affair, and the contacts and the links that P had to get that kind of treatment around the world. You know, in terms of like I said, I love to see evidence. And I like to see the pictures of the billboards. I like to see something that you've done in a radio station or the radio interviews that you've done abroad. We want to hear those things. Those are your those are your reference that people want to see and hear.
Real thing, bro.
No. What I'm saying, I'm not about the real thing. This is what people want to see. Can you produce those things?
They want to see. Well, when it was happening, there was, you know, the content was all about, and I can still, you know, get it back and repost these things, but it's all there. Like even the time when we went to Germany, the clash that we entered in Germany was one of Europe's biggest clashes, war in the East. Like it was like a world clash. We was representing England as Natural Affair. There was a sound from Japan. There was a sound from, I think it was Cosmic from New York. I think it was Mattia Warrior sound from Germany. Some other little songs, about 6 songs. We never won the class, but we came about third. I think we dropped out third place.
Is that dance on YouTube?
That is on YouTube. It's got to be on YouTube. War in the East. I think it was 2014 or 15.
You know,
or even I think. Yeah, you have to try and get them because they're up there.
Me try no, excuse me, 1 minute. Me try and get them. You have to provide your details to the audience. Remember, you know, Squiggly. This is about your audience, your people, your fans to build
no, it's up there. If they only can repost them.
Repost them to me. Repost them to me, and I'll send them out to the mass. All right.
All right.
Because we want to. Because I'm not into the talking. Just talk.
No, we understand.
All right.
No, I understand.
Let's keep it real. All right. You're explaining.
That's what the show is called.
Right.
Keep it real, and we are trying to keep it real.
Right. So you're talking about all these things is fascinating to me right now and to the audience. All right. So
yeah, man.
We want to.
Because listen, Godfather, let me tell you. You see, if you're not in the sound clash world, then maybe these things might pass you because it's a different industry from regular dancehall. You understand what I'm saying? So, you see, if you're not really in the old sound clash industry kind of scene and you don't follow it up, maybe these things might pass you. But they've all documented that, Godfather, trust me.
Right.
Even the times then when we got clashed one-on-one with sounds in London, we clashed against Sovereign Syndicate, and, you know, these things are videoed and documented. We up there on stage, we clashed against Willpower in a Birmingham. You know what I mean? Nothing to hardcore juggling things.
Let me remind you, the reason why a lot of the elders from the old sound system days had changed because of the way that the reggae industry had changed in terms of the lyrics and the content of what MCs used to say about it. You understand? So we kind of
even I see that.
Yeah, you saw that. So therefore, that element there of dances started in that category where you came in. Well, all right. So you're having some great times abroad, and I can feel the energy within yourself that you were on that scale and performing. And obviously, you win some, you lose some. And the more you clash, the more you learn, the more you get better. All right?
Definitely.
Now, over the years, you've done a few things and played alongside different things with different sounds. Again, unfortunately, things didn't work out again with Natural Affair.
No.
So we're not gonna dampen no sound right now. You've moved on from there because you moved on from different sounds throughout the past. So we're not gonna sort of go into the elements of why it happened. All right, let's keep it real.
No, listen, there was no issue with Natural Affair. We never fell out. There was no argument. I just at that time just wanted to take a step. I just wanted to step out and just do my own thing again and just kind of like refresh. You know what I mean? So that's what happened.
So what would you? But what would you want to do if things were going fine and you was traveling around the world, etc.?
Well, things was going all right, but the thing wasn't. You know, it was a personal matter. It wasn't nothing really to do with Natural Affairs. It was a personal matter to me. It wasn't like nothing happened, or you know, It was the person I just left. You know, so when I left now and I was doing my thing, This time now, I was approached by Love Injection. Yeah, and to be really honest, I said, me not too sure about that. Me not know about that. Now this time I was living in Birmingham. You know, I'm living in Birmingham now. I was living in Birmingham this time. So they approached me and said, yeah, we need an MC. These times the injection was going through that little struggle with the split and everything.
Okay.
And they approached me and I spoke to Winston, and Winston said, well, it wasn't Winston who approached me. It was Tyrone. And Tyrone said, yo, so the boss could do an MC and get me a good soldier and rare tear. I said, yeah, man. I talk to Winston, and Winston said, yeah, well, I go through some things at the moment, but, you know what I mean?
Right.
You'll get back to me.
Right.
And these times, Love Injection was doing the 45 shot block, and
right.
I was,
that was the time of the lockdown.
Yes,
that was the lockdown time when was it Wednesday on the was it Wednesdays or Thursdays? What days would it usually be on? Was it Mondays?
On the radio?
Yeah.
On the radio?
No, on the internet.
Oh, it was
what day was it on?
It was a Friday. I think it was a Friday every last Friday of the month.
Was it? All right. Okay. All right. So at that time, things were happening. You joined in at that time when obviously Love Injection are trying to find their footing. All right, and you came along, and there was also other MCs in the camp as well, alongside yourself.
Yeah, there was MCs already there. There was MCs in Jamaica also. So basically I joined the sound, and we was doing. So when I joined the sound anyway, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. So when I've joined the sound, remember, me a sound man. I've always been following the sound clash industry and everything. So I'm a big Love Injection fan, big Love Injection fan. So to get the opportunity to go on Love Injection, it was kind of, definitely I was saying to myself, yeah man, we can do that. Yeah man, why not? It's a good experience, that, you know what I mean?
Right. Now, you use the word big Love Injection fan. Big. All right. So let me tell you about my involvement with Love Injection. All right. Porsche Club days in Birmingham, in Moseley, was a time when nothing was happening for Love Injection. And
That's right.
Love Injection itself, I was their main cassette distributor for Love Injection. Any dance that was happening around Love Injection that time, cassette came to me first. And as Tyrone would tell you, I met Tyrone one day. I was in IKEA one day doing my business, and this brother came up and covered my eyes and said, "Guess who it is?" And I says, And I recognized the voice and said, "Tyrone." I said, "Well, go on, Tyrone." He says, "I want to ask you a question." I said, "What's that?" "I want every copy of all the dance that we do with Love Injection from the early days." And I said, "What?" So, Love Injection, I will not say nothing bad against none of the Love Injection man, them, whether Zuki or whether Winston McCabe. I have bona fide respect for the two of them. You understand? So, in a situation where there's a split, I'm unhappy about that, really unhappy about that. But I won't say nothing against none of them because two of them are my good friend. All right? Now, before we touch down on South Supreme and what happened at the O2 Arena, Winston has done a number of interviews with different stations and different places. I even heard the one with LP International when he spoke about the dance, and they kind of went into him not in a hard way, but them kind of going IMC and we're same way in Birmingham as well. But didn't talk too much about the MC. They did talk about you in some way, but for me, I wanted to talk to you on a different level where I wanted to know more about where you're coming from so people can understand where you're coming from and where you are today. Now, today you are on the top of that list of MCs, the talk of many sound fraternities around the world. And your performance on that night was like, wow. How did you, well, before we go there, when you got inside Love Injection, how did you feel at the beginning to say, yeah, you are now part of Love Injection? How did you feel?
Yeah, it felt good because, like I'm saying, I'm a big and still a big Love Injection fan. It's a great song, you know what I mean? So to be actually on Love Injection, it was it was a good feeling. It felt good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, a lot of people would have had a different opinion about that. And at the time, there's a lot of things thrown around in terms of, is Squiggly the right person for that job? Can he do what he can do for Love? It's a big client that, As them said, as them said, the higher the monkey climb, the more it exposes itself, So what I'm saying to you right now, there's many people was criticizing the fact, are you able to do what you can do for the sound? Can you play the right, people them and use the right contents, whatever? Now, in terms of feeling, you told me that you're idol for a long time. When you join somebody that you're going to join for the first time and it's one of your idols.
No, listen, Godfather, let me tell you. I always knew it was going to be a challenge because, because listen, what you have to understand, with loving, when people say things like that, Godfather, when people say things like that, what they mean is if Squidly can do it, and is Squidly the right man, what they're basically saying is, can he do what Love Injection has been doing with Carl Billy and the original team? I think that's what it is. It's like a comparing thing. He's not saying that, Squidly's not. I don't think
it's more like what you can bring to the table. Really, you can't.
What can I bring to the table? Because this is why the people them commenting on Godfather, because they know what Squidly is capable of. They know me. They know my style. And when they say that, them saying to themselves, well, Squidly's style may not fit Love Injection. I think that's what the problem is and what people are saying. But I'm saying that I believe that I was believing that I can do it, and maybe in a different situation or scenario, or maybe I can do it, but I feel like my talent doesn't particularly suit Love Injection style. And that's what I believe.
On a higher level.
Yeah.
On a higher, let's be frank, on a higher level. Now that level that you was
on.
No,
it's not really a higher level.
You just said a while ago, on that level. It's a higher level. That dance was a higher level.
No, that particular dance, the recent dance, that was a higher level.
That was a higher. So hear what me I say. You just said a while ago that what you just said a while ago. You're probably suited for the dances, the little dances here and there. But when it comes to
but that particular dance, But listen, let me say this, and I think Winston himself did say it, because we're not really going to solely talk about the Soul Supreme clash and Love Injection. We don't really want to be dwelling on that, because Winston done already say what he needed to say about that clash there. But what the people need to understand as well, like, I wasn't supposed to be working that night, and we never really had no plans for me to work that night. Like how Winston said.
Yes,
Winston said.
Well, listen, excuse me, hold on there.
Yeah,
I'm talking on behalf of the people listening. Remember that. It's not about me. I've got an audience out there, right? And I'm talking about what the audience would have thought or think. Now, to me, all right, it was a situation, I was surprised to see you come on that stage and hold the mic. And I knew from that time.
A lot of people were surprised. Yeah, definitely. I know. Even me surprised. When we go there looking at him and said, John Star, what is
Right. Now, in terms of, obviously, it was a situation where Winston had to put his best person that he had at the time forward. It's like a football team. All the other players are injured, and I got to use what I have. We may perform good, we may perform bad, but if we do lose, we can pick up where we went wrong and put it right. Now, you went to a situation on that night where your name was called left, right, and center. And the beauty of that, your names are being called. Now, even though to some people it was a good look and a bad look, and they lost the clash based on the fact that an organized situation came to its forehead in reality. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I always believe, sometimes in a certain dance, as Beres Hammond would say, one dance can't do. You can't go into one dance and expect it just dead, so you're wrong gone. There's going to be another time when you're going to be performing, probably again, and even train to get yourself in that position of being one of the top MCs in the country. All right? and be ready to hold that fort one more time again. So we're now, this interview is not here to run anybody down under the bus. We're not doing that for you. We have said to you, these are what people have seen on the outside. All right?
No, listen, Godfather, let me say this, Godfather, yeah? Me understand what the people them have said and how it looks from their point of view, but the people them have to understand, say, I've been doing this for a long time, and a situation like that, even though it was a big stage and everything, yeah, I've been there and done that before. I've lost big clashes before, Godfather, and I've reinvented myself and came back and fighting and got back to the top. So things like that is expected because, you see, I'm a kind of person where me brave, Godfather, me brave, and me love the business. You understand? So them things don't really faze me. Don't get me wrong, I manage just a man, so I was a little bit disheartened, especially like the comments of certain people and rare tape, because certain people make comment and them not brave enough to do what me do, Godfather. You understand? So when people have said certain things, remember, you have some people in the industry, yeah, who have been in the industry longer than I've been in the industry. And I don't reach even half the way which part me reach in the industry. You get me? Because maybe they're not brave enough or they don't believe in themselves enough. Well, me believing in myself. So me I go continue my journey in the music and me not stop because I love the music and I love the industry, so me go continue. So don't be surprised if you see me on a big stage again next month or next year because me still have to do it because me believe in myself, Godfather. You get what me I say?
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's...
If me take a knock like that on a big stage, because like I'm saying, I wasn't in my comfort zone. I wasn't prepared to the extent I wanted to be prepared to go out there and do it. But me do it. And me go out there, me never perform as well as people would expect me to perform. But I think what it was, people was more disappointed because they know that I can do better than that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people understand the situation and, you know what I mean, even, Love Injection them understand as well. So, it was kind of like, it wasn't really made for me to go up there, but it just goes so. But at least me go to the car. What the people need to understand again, Godfather. You see that clash there? That was like a world clash car. If you don't know, Soul Supreme is, if not the best sound in the world right now, is definitely one of the best right now. And then man that beat B.S. Selassie and beat King Addies and all these top songs. Them man there are run the thing right now. I won't say they are the best, but them up there with the best of the best right now. It's like clashing Soul Supreme. Clashing Soul Supreme is like clashing Kilimanjaro in his prime right now.
Right. So we would say that Soul Supreme was on their form that weekend when they came over.
No, but Soul Supreme, remember, Soul Supreme is a clash song where them clash every week. Like them just clash. They don't even do much more than clash. Where we know we don't even clash so regular. And we have all the, it's not like we don't have the songs, but we don't clash so regular. So, we don't really have that gel, that bond where we can just go out and go do it and make it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Yeah, it's like that. So
I hear you.
There's enough little complications the night, which I'm not making no excuse because, like I said, I could have performed better. I never performed my best that night, but me got the same way I may fight, and I feel like I don't believe that there was anybody else really. I don't know anybody in England. Anybody who knows the industry right now can tell you, say, there's not much people in the UK can go against Soul Supreme right now. There's not much MCs. Besides
this, right, you just said the word. Is there any other MC in England that can perform on a level of the people from around the world, especially the Americans, because the Americans have got some serious MCs, and also
based on what I'm saying.
Jamaica.
Listen, Godfather, Soul Supreme killed 90% of the sound them in New York and America right already. Anybody who have name, Soul Supreme kill them. Like Soul Supreme is the killing sound right now. Like them and them is a killing sound. You get what I mean? So it's not like a mediocre song where them man them kill, I kill them.
Right. So we have to remind the audience in that, from based on what you just said, 90% Soulful Supreme has killed many sounds. And
they have.
Their mic man must have felt the same way you felt as well, and probably our good mic man as well. But the argument that they probably give to other sounds are also just as good and crucial also as well. But
of course,
yeah,
of course. I mean, this is what I'm trying to say, Godfather. You see, if you're not actually a sound person who follows the thing, you're not gonna know much about it, because it's a world within itself. The sound clash industry is a whole world within itself. You know what I mean? And if you're not in it, you're not gonna know much about it, because it's deep. Some of these songs are spending millions of pounds on dub plates, bro. Like Supercat dub plates, like for one song, and these songs are voicing like 20 songs. You know what I mean? Them are just them serious with the thing. It's a different world. You know what I mean? I tell you.
Okay.
Just me.
Well, all right. So we've got another event taking place, with all the big sounds are coming again once again.
World Bash.
Yeah, World Bash, and you got all the world sounds involved in that. Just want to ask you the question: will Love Injection be ready for that?
Well, I hope so. I hope so. It's definitely a big dance, because that is like it's Irish and Chin, and all them promote for them thing.
Yeah,
them thing is never a small thing. So the dance is gonna be a big dance, and Injection. Yeah, man, them are prepared themselves.
Okay, so there's a lot of work. So there's a lot of patching up to do for that dance, and I just hope that Love Injection does bring their best foot forward. I do know Winston, and obviously I know what's up his sleeve, but we'll leave that part for.
Well, Father Hype is about now, innit? Remember, say Father Hype is back around the sound now. So
okay,
you know what I mean? Things can go on now.
So right,
remember,
so right now
it was Father Hype. It was Father Hype. He was supposed to deal with the Soul Supreme and Clash.
I hear you. So the tables would turn now, where people were looking at Father Hype for putting everything back in order when that dance take place at the O2 once again.
I'm not sure if that's. I think that's what Winston was saying, isn't it? Like Winston was saying that Father Hype is gonna be like,
Well, listen here, from you to Father Hype, for the original man he's been talking about, and people are looking for expectations from him. So we're just looking forward.
Yeah, well, I suppose so.
Of course.
But anything can go on. But remember, Love Injection have.
It could be you again. Who knows?
It could be me. And it could even be Yama Food. You know what I mean? You never know, because this is the joy of having a good handful of selectors, you know what I mean?
And also a handful of good team players also as well to support each other.
That is most important. Is most important in a song.
All right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I just the thing there.
All right.
So big up yourself, Godfather, because we still feel like we could tell you a whole things I'm gonna tell you still,
I understand, but we're a limit of time. And I'm sure that the main thing you can do for me right now is produce all the evidence of where you've been around the world, so people can see a little bit more about you and have a bit more. I say people don't have confidence in you, but I mean, there's a lot of things.
No, the real people. Listen, Godfather, you know what? And next thing, I want to big up to some of my real friend them, because you see when you see like how I entered the clubs and them reach out to me and say, yo, Squidly, no matter what them I say, and just go and continue and do your thing, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big up Selector Ike too, big up Bullet Movement, them man reach out to me. Country Judah, them man reach out to me. You know what I mean? Enough song from even New York, you know what I mean? Like, enough man, Jimmy Spliff, them, you know what I mean? When them the Polly Famous, them reach out to me and say, you see, it's only the man who's in this can understand.
So what? Do you remember what I said to you when I called you? What did you say to me? Do you remember?
I said, don't cuss me.
And what did I say? What did I say to you?
He said, me nah cuss you, Squidly. You nah cuss you.
We're not running under the bus.
No, man, they can't do that, because at least me got to go work, innit? And enough man couldn't do that. Godfather, me I tell you.
Well, right now,
enough man who talk,
and
I run off them out, them couldn't go to do what me.
Let them talk, yeah? Let them talk. Let them talk. Well, all right. Anyway.
All right, then, my boss.
Gotcha. I want to say thank you for your time and your
No
energy
problem.
on a day when it's Mother's Day, but I know some women like a little argument too, so, it's all good. But, you enjoy yourself and whatever you're doing today, do it good and do it well, and thank you very much for your time. And big up the whole of the Love Injection family. Yeah?
Yeah, man.
And all the sound systems around the cut, big up on yourself right now. This is the Godfather and the Keep It Real show in junction with Keep It Real Radio. And thank you very much, Squiggly.
All right, then, sir.
All
respect.
Right. Come on. All right. Respect. Well, all right.
Report to me. There's some questions you left to answer. Report to me. Disrespect ain't no laughing matter. Report to me. I'll be the judge, I'll be the jury. Report to me immediately.
I will be the judge and I will be the jury on the Keep It Real Reggae show here at skylineradio.org.uk. And of course, we have another 4 minutes to go. I want to say thank you guys to Squiggly for his time. He has said, like I said, he's got a lot to say, but we've got a limited of time to do so. But I want to say thanks to everybody who took time out to listen to the show. And I'm sure for a fact, once it's up on YouTube, you'll probably share it out to your mass. And don't forget to share and also as well subscribe as well on the Keep It Real show. And don't forget there's a number of shows on the YouTube as well. To come, we have the interview from, of course, Donovan Francis from last week. And also as well, late but never, of course, Quaker City talks about Sir Christopher. As you know that the Sir Christopher one with Coxon and myself has gone into over 4,000 viewers already in less than a month, my people. So we have more interviews to give to you. And, of course, you can listen to all the interviews on the radio format on the Keep It Real Radio, courtesy of the Godfather, the voice. In the meantime, between time, report to me. Squiggly, thank you very much for your time. Yo, what was it? Yeah, man. Big yo.
Report to me. There's some questions you left to answer. Report to me. Disrespect ain't no laughing matter. Report to me. I'll be the judge, I'll be the jury. Report to me immediately.
Greetings, this is Maccabee. Welcome to the World Internet Radio, www.skylineradio.org.uk with The Godfather Show. Keep it real every Sunday with live interviews online or on Zoom with special guests and reviews with good music from around the globe. 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. GMT. So keep it locked. Skyline Radio to the world.